Welcome back to The Fish here on OOTP 26, and it is time for the National League Championship Series here in 2027 as the Florida Marlins are getting ready to take on the San Francisco Giants as they won their wild card matchup. The Dodgers took out the Phillies, so it's going to be Dodgers-Brewers as the other one. You've got the Orioles taking on the Guardians in the American League as they take out the Red Sox in the wild card, and then the Tigers taking on the Rangers, who topped the Yankees in their series. So let's get in, take a look at what, or very quickly, let's just first take a look at what our playoff roster is going to look like. It's nothing too crazy. Four-man rotation: Michael King, Weathers, Minaya, Christian Scott. And then we're going to have, or we could swap these guys around. Who did better down the stretch? I mean, he was up and down. And then Minaya, he was pretty consistently Minaya. So yeah, I think we're going to go King. No. King, Minaya, Weathers, Scott is going to be our 1 through 4 for the rotation. And then the bullpen, once again, I control this stuff, so this is just visually like what the tiers are. Max Meyer, Nardi, Bender. I should say the tiers aren't even this, honestly. We'll pretty much use all these guys, I feel like. But it's like Meyer, Nardi, Bender, Eknis, Hudson, Garrett, Will Warren moves to the bullpen, Peguero, and Perez becomes our bullpen. And when the lineups, it's the same thing. Righty and lefty, it's the same thing. Lee at second, Happ at first, Ramirez catching, Mauricio DHing, Tucker in right, Robert in left, Kaba at short, Derek Hill in center, Lara at third. Now, I am testing out something. I've been doing this throughout the season where we hit our worst guy 7th. This is something that I've seen people talk about. I understand the philosophy behind it. Is it working for us? Who knows? But it does make sense to me that, like, hey, we are not a good hitting team. You don't want your worst hitter to hit 9th because your best hitter is probably hitting anywhere from 1 to 3. So, you know, let's just say the lineup turns over, Brooks Lee gets up, and then you have all these shit hitters hitting behind him or in front of him in the lineup. So by the time he gets up, there's all these guys who never get on base consistently. So you want your worst hitter hitting 7th. So then like your 8th and 9th are like more leadoff guys. So 7th is their worst hitter, Kaba. Then it's Derek Hill and Wilfredo Lara. I just put these guys where they are because I feel like Hill, we're keeping Hill on the roster because he's still got the BABIP. If you compare him and Dylan Head, right now Derek Hill is still slightly better hitter because of the BABIP and the gap power, I feel like. So we're not gonna play Dylan Head in center, making his debut in the playoffs. Maybe we'll if Hill has a horrible first round or something and we somehow advance, even though he does have one. But we'll decide that when the time comes. And then Wilfredo Lara, on paper, should be a good bat. So we're hitting him 9th. As like a second number 2 hitter or something, and then Lee leading things off. So that's why we're doing the 7, 8, 9 the way it is. And then the bench players are just who they have been. Joe Mack, backup catcher, De Los Santos, Peguero, and Drew Gilbert are on the roster. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the San Francisco Giants 2027 roster. How did they do this season? 81 and 82. They were a playoff team sub 500. Wow. So sub 500 team, they make the playoffs and they win the wild card round. That's pretty crazy. And they weren't even good heading into the playoffs. So they like collapsed into that bad wild card spot. Somehow won the wild card series, and now they're here. So they're like the opposite of us, it looks like. They can't pitch worth a lick. They do have some good zone rating. They do have like top 6 in strikeouts. They limit average decently well, but the rest of this stuff is not great. Like an okay-ish bullpen, but the rest of this stuff is not good. And then their offense is really good. Best batting average, second best OBP, best slugging, second OPS, best WAR, second best WOBA, second most runs scored, best in hits and extra base hits, second most home runs. They don't run the base as well, but they hit very, very well. So this is going to be a good matchup of our pitching versus their hitting. Who comes out on top? Let's take a look at their shitty pitching. In the rotation, it's going to be Trent Harris, who is their only 50 rated pitcher who did put up a really good season for them, 28 years old at a UNC Pembroke. That's crazy. Landon Rupp is in their rotation. He's whatever. Robbie Ray, old man Robbie Ray, not who he used to be. Brandon Walter, he's stinky poo. I guess he had a good season for them, but nothing too crazy there. And then the bullpen is like their closer's Ryan Walker, who's obviously very good, but then it's like Wisenhunt is like a young guy who hasn't really proven himself. Aldigeri is an Italian who they got from the Angels, who is not really anything. Mark Leiter Jr., boo, get this guy out of here. He was good for them, though. Kyle Gibson in their bullpen, I guess, was fine. Jacob Junis in the bullpen, he was not good. Noah Murdoch is not good for them. And then Joe Ross. I mean, just names all over the place between Gibson, Junis, and Joe Ross in the mix here. And then the offense, a lot of good WAR here. I mean, you round these up, they got 5 full WAR players. Bryce Eldridge, huge bat in their lineup, 33 home runs, 30 doubles, 147 WRC plus, scary bat to deal with. 22 years old as well. Elliot Ramos, San Francisco Giants, MLB The Show legend. Left fielder puts up together a 4-WAR season, and he break the curse of the back-to-back left fielder in San Francisco. You got Diego Velasquez, 24-year-old second baseman, puts together a 4-WAR for them. More so a glove, but he does have a decent bat. He had a bunch of doubles for them this season. Willie Adames at shortstop. Didn't have the greatest offensive year, but he is liable to, pop off. And he did still put together a really good offensive season. 38 doubles, 21 home runs. And, he's Willie Adames. Patrick Bailey, he's all glove. He does still have a bat that can hurt you, though. And then Matt Chapman, he's once again mainly glove, but does still have a bat that you need to worry about. Jung-Hoo Lee did rebound. I mean, we love to see that. We truly do love to see that. He had 2 horrible seasons, and then they just stuck with him in center field for whatever reason, and he put together a good year this year. Good average, gets on base a decent amount, 400 slugging. Not the best slugging, but he does what he does. Had a good year, triple-digit WRC plus, positive WAR, and still horrible in center field, but, I'm a hooligan. I'm not actually one of those guys who organizes and goes to the field and puts on the hat, but big-time fan of Jung-Hoo Lee. So, good to see him not be a completely negative player in this game. They've also got this guy who they just have playing first base, or is he DHing? No, this guy's their first baseman. I mean, solid player at first base. They got TJ Friedel coming off the bench, Dean Curley from the University of Tennessee coming off the bench, big power bat. I mean, Tyler Fitzgerald's still here. He's still putting together okay numbers coming off the bench. Jonah Heim is their backup catcher. He's no slouch. Josh Moylan's another solid bat. Lane Thomas is apparently the right fielder. I don't know why. But, very solid team. A lot of good bats, not great arms against our good arms and underachieving bats. And as expected, the head-to-head in the positions, they have more players than we do. We have the edge at catcher, second base, center field, and right field. I would definitely agree there. And then they have the edge for the rest, and then we have the edge for pitching. That's pretty what you would expect going into this game 1. Robbie Ray going for them, Michael King going for us. Let's hop into it. So Michael King, toeing the slab here in Miami. The teal unis on display. As we will just hit him a little wrist action. And he works a clean frame. Fantastic stuff. And then we do nothing. They do nothing. We hit a home run. Who hit it? Who hit that? Luis Robert Jr. solo shot gives us a 1-0 lead. The fans of Miami are going nuts for the Cuban. And we do nothing else in the inning. But it's a 1-0 lead for us. Top 3. They do nothing. Michael King is working it. Bottom 3, we do nothing. Michael King, another scoreless frame. Bottom 4, we do nothing. They finally got a hit. Tyler Fitzgerald with a double breaks up the no-hit bid They no-hit bid in the 5th inning, but, they get a man on second base. Nobody out. Willy Adames up here in the 8 hole. And we're going to pitch around him with first base open. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Also, just notice we're rocking the sleeve unis today. Hell yeah. Strikes at Willy Adames. That's 1 down. Brings up Patrick Bailey. 1-2 count. Struck him out as well. That's back-to-back strikeouts. Brings up Jung-Hoo Lee. First pitch swinging. Slices one left field. That'll be caught on a run by Luis Robert Jr. So after the leadoff double by Fitzgerald, King settles in, gets out of the inning. Another scoreless frame for our ace. Move things on bottom 5. Kyle Tucker. All right, a little double action from him. Brings up Luis Robert Jr., who is going to have a 2-1 count. Ground ball right side, moves up Tucker to third. And that is 1 down. Now, unfortunately, I will say, you can't change the batting helmet color of the jerseys when you change the colors of your team. Maybe there is some way to do that, like some way to mod the game or something. I'm not going to do some shit like that. But we have black helmets, even though I prefer teal batting helmets. But, at least it's not like an entirely different color. So that's good. Starlin Kaba, I mean, this is the most obvious bunt situation I've ever seen in my life, even though they are bringing in the guys here. So I think we're going to squeeze bunt him home, baby. What just happened? So he missed the bunt, but Kyle Tucker was somehow still able to swim around the tag? Okay, sure. 2-0 lead. We'll take it. Fantastic. Anything else happening? Nothing. Michael King still on the bump, top 6. What? Diego Velasquez single. Ramos, fielder's choice, gets on as they get Velasquez. And then Bryce Eldridge, the big power man, 2-run bop. And it's suddenly a tie game. Suddenly 5 innings of shutout ball, cruising along, very good, low amount of pitches, and then all of a sudden it's a 2-2 game. Gets at it from there. The offense needs to step up. Anything happening? Let's see. Brooks Lee, first pitch swinging. Sends it at the center field. That's going to be tracked down by Jung-Hoo Lee for out number 1. Brings up Ian Happ, who rips one through the gap on the left side of the infield. That's going to be a base knock. So Ian Happ's on first base. We're going to try to steal second base here. He's off and running. The throw down, not in time. In scoring position now with Ramirez at the dish. 1-1 count is pulled out to left field. That'll be caught for out number 2. Happ stays at second base, brings up Ronnie Mauricio. First pitch swing, and they intentionally walk Ronnie Mauricio. Interesting. So 2 down, Kyle Tucker's up. They bring in Jacob Junis out of the pen, 1-2 count, and that gets away. So now, okay, so it's no longer headless. Now we have a hatless pitcher. Okay, so they've I don't know if there was a patch or something. Maybe there was, but no more headless pitchers. Now they just have hatless pitchers. So bases are juiced here for Kyle Tucker. Full count. Here comes the pitch. And then Tucker just hits a weak little ground ball to first base. That'll be the end of the inning as we strand the bases loaded. 2-2 remains the score. Move things on top 7. Jung-Hoo Lee is on second base here with 2 outs and Lane Thomas at the dish. 3-1 count to him. Ground ball right side, fielded by Happ. Makes the play, and that's still 2-2 at the end of the top of the 7th. Move things on to the bottom half of the inning, and Luis Robert Jr. leading things off. 0-2 count, struck out swinging. Now it brings up Kaba, who we are going to... I don't want to pinch hit for him because we only have Peguero on the bench, and I don't really want Peguero to play shortstop, but I feel like we should pinch hit here. Right-handed, I mean, he has got on base this game. Fuck it, let's just pinch hit Peguero. Peguero's going to come in a pinch hit. He's also going to play shortstop. And let's see what happens in the AB. Works a full count. Love to see that. And then he grounds out to the second baseman for out number 2. Not great there. Brings up Derek Hill. Works a full count as well. Strikeouts. Strikes out, I should say. And we move things on. Top 8. We are now going to go to the bullpen here in a tie game. They have a switch hitter in Velasquez up, who is really good against both, but slightly better against lefties. We will just go to Bender. Bender is our man here in the 8th, as we'll just risk it. Scoreless frame for Anthony Bender. It's bottom 8 here. It's Laura, Lee, and Happ due up. Ryan Walker coming on for the 2-out save. Or the 2-out appearance, probably. Still with no hat. He delivers the pitch to Laura, who hits a weak ground ball to third base. Matt Chapman, easy play for the Gold Glover. Oh no, they don't have Chapman at third base. Was Chapman not playing today? Did he get hurt or something? Fitzgerald is now at third. Odd. Anyways, easy play for Fitzgerald. So now 1 down, brings up Brooks Lee. First pitch swinging. Ground ball right side, gets through the infield. Base knock. Brooks Lee gets himself on with a seeing eye single. He's going to go and steal second base. He's off and running. I mean, he's dead meat. Maybe I should have took the first pitch, but that's not great. Not great indeed. We cannot be running into outs like that. And then Happ strikes out, and then still tie game. Heading to the top of the 9th, taking Bender out. Righty, and then Patrick Bailey, who is the same against both. We will bring in Yuri Perez. Yuri Perez coming out of the bullpen here. Gets himself into some trouble, but it's still a tie game. First and second, 2 outs, Lane Thomas. 1-1 count, here it comes. Taken to deep center field. Derek Hill's there to put it away. 3 down, still 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th. It's Ramirez, Mauricio, and Tucker due up for the Fish. 1-0 count to Agustin Ramirez. Here it comes. Ground ball. Shortstop charges. Ramirez cannot beat it out. Adames makes the play. That's 1 down. Brings up Ronnie Mauricio, who I'm not going to pinch hit for. He is first pitch swinging, and he's hitting a weak ground ball to second base. 2 down. Next batter up is Kyle Tucker. 1-2 count to him. That gets through. We're still alive. We're still alive. I mean, even if we don't score here, we're still alive. But we're still the possibility of a walk-off here. Kyle Tucker on first base. Luis Robert Jr. at the dish. Take the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. Possibly try to steal second. He does not like what he sees. We're swinging away 2-2. And Robert's just watching that shit for strike 3. So we're moving things on. Top 10. Yuri Perez, we're going to keep on the bump here for at least 1 more batter. And then maybe we bring in... How is this guy against lefties? He's much better against lefties. But then also this guy kills lefties too. But he kills righties as well. So we'll go... man. Oh, we'll go at least 1 more batter here. So pitch to batter. First pitch swinging is Velasquez. Ground ball right at Happ. Nice play. 1 down. Now, I think we're going to go lefties. Even though it's going to lock us into a lefty-facing Sabalos here, we're going to go with a lefty. We're going to bring in Andrew Nardi, who's been like our dude all season as a lefty. And they pinch hit immediately with Dean Curley. I should have anticipated the counter move. It was a misinput. As Andrew Nardi delivers the first pitch to Dean Curley. Ground ball right side. Brooks Lee makes the play. 2 down. They're not pinch hitting Bryce Eldridge. We are pitching around this man. 1-2 count. Here it comes. Struck him out. Andrew Nardi gets it done. We move things on. Bottom 10. It is Peguero, Hill, and Wilfredo Lara due up for the fish. Let's just swing away here with Peguero. First pitch swinging, here it comes. Ground ball at the shortstop. That'll be an easy out, number 1. And we bring up Derek Hill. He'll swing away as well. And that's going to be lined right at the second baseman, Velasquez. A quick 2 outs for Ryan Walker, who's going for a 3rd inning of work as a 30 stamina man. Can we please get to this man? Wilfredo Lara. First pitch swinging. Pops it up right field. 1, 2, 3 go the fish. We're on to the 11th here in Game 1 of the NLDS. And, Nardi? Let's, this guy is... Yeah, we need to bring in a righty. We're going to bring in Max Meyer, baby. Max Meyer's coming in. I can't believe we've saved him this long. Okay, gets himself into some bit of trouble here. He gets the first out, then Fitzgerald ends up on second base. Looks like he stole the bag. So runner on second. Willie Adames is up. 2-2 count. The ball gets away from Ramirez. Wild pitch. Runner on third now. Not great. Full count. Infield in. Fuck. Maybe I should have just... you know what I should have done? I should have walked him, set up the double play, and then live to fight another day. But instead we do this. They hit a little single. Now we're down 3-2. The offense has done nothing forever. And Willie Adames is on first. Patrick Bailey's up. Full count to him. 4-6... I mean... That theoretically could have been Adames on first with nobody out. We could have just been out of the inning with a 2-2 game. But instead, I'm stupid. Stupid. God damn it. Bottom 11, Carson Wisenhunt comes in. Lefty facing Brooks Lee. I mean, let's just see what happens. 1-0 count. Here it comes. Brooks Lee pops it up to the infield. That's 1 down. Not what you want. Now brings up Ian Happ. Full count to him. He also pops it up to the infield. I can't believe what I'm seeing. That's 2 down. Agustin Ramirez. 0-1 count to him. Crushed. Oh my God. Put the team on your back, Agustin. Holy shit. 4:23 off the bat, ties the game at 3, and we are living to fight another day. Agustin Ramirez says, extend me, damn it. Ties the game, brings up Mauricio. Here it comes. And he delivers with a base knock. That lands in front of the left fielder, Ramos. He's Puerto Rican, isn't he? No, he's Dominican. Never mind. I was going to say a little Puerto Rican. And also it's Dean Curley in left. I thought it was still Ramos. It's Dean Curley. Jesus, I'm all over the place. But anyways, Mauricio's on first base. Kyle Tucker here at the plate. We're going to take first pitch. That's a ball. We're going to try to steal second. They're throwing over. He's back safe. They're going to try it again. He's dead, mate. We just got to stop stealing on Patrick Bailey. He's just throwing everybody out. I mean, this guy is insane. I know that in real life that he is, but I mean, this is just they've recreated him too well in this game. Damn it, Jesus! So we run into another out like a dumbass, and now it's top 12. Max Meyer, we're going to leave him in. Gets himself into some trouble. All right, so runner on second base, 1 out, brings up Diego Velasquez. Let's just go after him. First pitch swinging. That's going to land him for a base knock. He hasn't gone yet. And Tucker's good enough fielder to keep him at third base. So we got runners on the corners here. Dean Curley's up. Max Meyer. Pitch to contact. Yes. Yes. Pop up to Agustin. 2 outs. Now it brings up Bryce Eldridge, who we are going to pitch around. Full count. Ball 4. Bases are juiced. Do we bring in another pitcher, or do we let Meyer get out of this? He has not had the strikeout pitch working this game. This guy is better against lefties. We've already checked that. We believe. We believe. We shouldn't have believed. We shouldn't have believed. Does that get 2? It does. It gets 2, and now we're suddenly down 2. Now we're going to take Max Meyer out because why not? Bring in Josh Eknes. Keep this game at 2, please. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Ground ball, third base. Lara gets the quick out at second, and we're down 2. Heading to the bottom of the 12th, Tucker, Robert, and Peguero due up. Kyle Tucker, earn your contract. Strikes out. Luis Robert. He's going to strike out, isn't he? Looking. Backwards K, back-to-back Ks. It's 2 outs. Now it's Lee over Peguero. Just, swing away. Who gives a shit? Strike 3. Strike out the side. Oh, no, never mind. Catcher's interference. Patrick Bailey, gift me a big thing here. Davison De Los Santos, we're going with the pop. Pinch hit Davison De Los Santos. He's going to hit a ball to where the home run statue used to be. He's just going to pepper one over here. I can feel it. He's going to strike out in a full count. And then oh my God! It's like a bunch of NoHo Hanks running on the field. Jesus Christ! What the hell? Bunch of hatless bald guys running on the field, and the Giants have taken a 1-0 lead here in the NLDS. And now we are back here for Game 2. Sean Manaea on the bump for us. They have their best pitcher, Trent Harris, on the bump for them. We are ready to get things going here. Game 2, down 1-0. It is a best-of-5 series, folks. So we lose this game, and it is not looking good. Did I say if we win this game, it's not looking good? If we lose this game, it's not looking good. I don't know what I said, but top 1, Manaea immediately in trouble. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. This guy who we know crushes lefties. 3-1, walks him. Bases are juiced. Dean Curley, who also has got to crush lefties. Of course he does. 2-0 count. Thank fuck. Starlin Caba, 75 range, paying off, making the play, still scoreless. We do nothing. Top 2, they do nothing. Let's just half it. We get a run. We're going with the half strategy this game, boys. We, Starlin Caba singles, and then Derek Hill, Tucker walked, Caba singled, so Tucker's on second base, and then Derek Hill got a single, and Tucker scored. All right. It looks like we had another walk after that, too. We did another walk, but we couldn't do anything with Brooks Lee. So it's still 1-0, or now it's 1-0, rather. Manaea, empty frame. We do nothing. Manaea, empty frame. We do nothing. Manaea gives up a run on a RBI double from Lane Thomas, who's now on second base. And Diego Velasquez is in the batter's box. We'll pitch around with first base open. He'll ground one to Lara. Runner moves up to third base, but it's 2 down. Runner 90 feet away. Ramos first base open. We'll pitch around, even with Eldridge up next. Ground ball Hap. He'll make the play. All right, so it's a tie game heading to the bottom of the 5th. And we tack on another run with the half-inning strat. What are we doing here? Wilfredo Lara reaches on an error. Brooks Lee grounds out, but after Lara steals second base, he gets up to third on the ground ball. Hap walks. They bring in Kyle Gibson. Agustin Ramirez single knocks in Lara. 2-1 game. Manaea will risp it. Fuck me. This guy crushes lefties. We got to take him out. Even though it's only 71 pitches, this guy crushes lefties. We got another lefty crusher up next. We got to bring in a right-handed arm out of the pen. And we're going with Will Warren. Will Warren's coming out of the bullpen here. They're making this guy bat lefty. I could have just risked it there, but... And he even as a lefty against the right-handed batter, he still gets a little base knock there. But then he gets out of it from there. Boom. Now they're bringing in the Italian lefty to face Tucker, Robert Cava. What are we doing? We're tacking on another one. What do we do? Tucker with a single, lefty on lefty crime. Robert flies out. Cava doubles. Tucker only goes to third. And, oh no, he scored. Okay, so he did score. Interesting. And then we could have scored some more, but we did not, unfortunately. Yeah, we had Cobb at third base with one out, and then we had a strikeout and a flyout. Brooks Lee, what are you doing, man? Figure things out. You're our best hitter, aside from Ramirez. So now we're top 7. Will Warren, we'll give him another inning. Boom! Scoreless frame. Bottom 7. We're up 3-2. And still 3-2. So top 8 here now. We're going to go to the pen once again. And it's lefty. We want this guy facing a righty and this guy facing a righty. So I think we'll go batter by batter. 1-0 count to Eldridge. Maybe I should have pitched around him. I mean, I feel like Brooks Lee could have gotten to that. And now it's Sabalos. Let's pitch to contact here. Get a double play. Dude, make the play. They don't go first to third, though, so back-to-back singles. Nobody out. Dean Curley's up. I think we got to go Bender. Bender's going to come in the game here. And he is going to just go after him. 0-2 count, here it comes. Struck him out. 1 down. Now you're a ground ball from getting out of this. 0-1 to Adames. Ground ball, there it is. 6-4-3. Bang. Lead is intact. It's a 3-2 ball game. We move things on. Bottom 8. Kyle Tucker leading things off against Mark Leiter. Boo this man. Are we doing anything? Nothing. We can't get any runs on Mark Leiter Jr. Come on. And it's top 9. Anthony Bender still up here. Bailey, I believe, is very good against both. He's like the same against both. So yeah. And then it's lefty. And then Lane Thomas is a lefty masher. He's good against both, really. But we'll leave Bender in. See what he does. Batter by batter. Patrick Bailey, what you got for us? 1-2 count. Here it comes. Little pop fly in the infield. Lara puts that one away. Out number 1. Brings up Jung-Hoo Lee. 1-1 count. Bender kicks and fires. Slow roller out to second base. Brooks Lee does not even make the throw because Jung-Hoo Lee is just sprinting down that line. Base knock. Infield single for him. Now it's Lane Thomas. 1-1. That's a pop fly into left field. Luis Robert comes on. Squeezes it for out number 2. And now it's Diego Velasquez. 1-2 count. The delivery from Bender. Struck him out, and the Marlins have tied up the series. It's at 1 game apiece here in the NLDS as we have a bunch of NoHo Hanks running out onto the field, and we move things on to Game 3 of the NLDS. We are now here in San Francisco. Giants hosting Game 3. Series tied at 1 game apiece. This is a massive, massive game in the series. Whoever wins this is in a huge position. They have Landon Rupp on the hill. We have Ryan Weathers. Let's get into it. Top 1 here. Half it. Nothing going. Scoreless frame from Weathers. We tack on a run. It's 1-0 Fish. Solo home run, Ronnie Mauricio. I was contemplating putting De Los Santos in a DH today, and he proved me wrong. Let's go. Ronnie Mauricio fighting for his job out here, giving us a 1-0 lead. And then Weathers gets himself in a bit of trouble here. 2-0 count to Adames with a runner on second base and 1 out. Let's pitch around him with first base open. 2-2 count. Ground ball. Runner stays at second. That's 2 down. Fantastic stuff. Brings up Patrick Bailey. Go after him. Did I just witness Patrick Bailey hit a 2-run home run to that part of the ballpark in San Francisco? 456 feet off the bat. Oh my God. That was absurd. That was crazy. 2-1 San Fran. I know people don't like that, but San Francisco, 2-1 Giants. And then we're still not out of it. First and second, 2 outs. Velasquez is up. Weathers is I mean, we'll pitch to this guy, 0-2. Struck him out. Thank fuck we're only down 1. Move things on top 3. Half it. Doing nothing. Scoreless frame. Okay, Weathers is settling back in. Half it, we do nothing. And now Weathers in some trouble again. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Patrick Bailey's up. We're pitching around him. Struck him out. Yeah, take that, motherfucker. And then Jung-Hoo Lee coming up, going after him. Ball 4. Fantastic. First and second, 2 outs for Lane Thomas. First pitch swinging. To me, it looked like they had it played perfectly. But instead, it's going to be not fielded, and they're going to knock in 1. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And Weathers is once again in trouble, as they have a lefty masher up at the plate. And I'm already considering just being like, hey, man, it's Will Warren time at this point. I think we're going to do it. Will Warren's going to come in the game here. Will Warren coming in the game, boom. We've made the decision. Will Warren's in the game. He's going to pitch to Velasquez, 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Struck him out. Boom. Just like that. 3-1 remains the score. Move things on top 5. Do something, offense. Jesus. Nothing happening. Will Warren. He gets himself into some trouble. Runner on second base. 1 out. It's Ceballos up. 3-1 to him. Ground ball, slow roller. Brooks Lee makes the play. 2 down. Runner moves up to third base, 90 feet away from scoring. Brings up Matt Chapman. First base open. We're pitching around. Pop fly left field. Robert puts it away. Score remains 3-1. Scoreless frame for Will Warren. Move things on top 6. Jacob Junis on the bump for them. We tack on another run. It's a 1-run game. Ramirez doubled. Mauricio tagged up on a flyout, so he's on third base now. They bring in the Italian, and then Tucker gets a little situational hitting there. Sack fly makes it a 3-2 game. So Will Warren. Okay. Another second runner on second, 1-out situation. Jung-Hoo Lee's up. See, if I bring in a lefty, he's going to get crushed by these guys. Let's Peguero, perhaps. Bring in Peguero. Peguero's going to come in. We're going after him. We're just letting him steal third. We're letting Patrick Bailey steal third. Awesome. So now he's 90 feet away with 1 out. Jung-Hoo Lee, 1-1 count. Pops it up in the infield. That'll be 2 down. Fantastic. Now it's Lane Thomas. Please strike this man out. Yes! I did not want to face Velasquez in that situation. It's still 3-2. We move things on to the top of the 7th. Offense, do something. The offense did something. We have tied the game at 3. What happened? Derek Hill grounded out. Wilfredo Lara home run, folks. That is fantastic stuff. We believe in the bat. He shows up, ties the game. 3 apiece. Bottom 7 now. Velasquez, Ramos, and Eldridge up. Let's go batter by batter here. Or no, we're not going batter by batter. It's 7th. This is heart of the order. This is Max Meyer time. Max Meyer, enter the game. RISP. Scoreless frame. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic stuff. They're bringing in Ryan Walker for a little 2-inning action, presumably. And then Ronnie Mauricio leading things off for us. We do nothing. Max Meyer? No, dude. Not what you want. Max Meyer, the stopper, can't go 2 innings, gives up the go-ahead run. How did they do this? He hit Sabalos, struck out Moylan, flew out Adames, and then Patrick Bailey tripled. Enough with Patrick Bailey. And now it's Jung-Hoo Lee up. 1-1 count. Ground ball to Kaba. And easy play. Not an easy play, because Jung-Hoo Lee's just booking it down the line, but we're losing now. In the top of the 9th, Ryan Walker has a chance to make this a 2-1 Giants series lead. We've got Kaba, Hill, and Lara due up. Kaba is not hitting in this spot. It's a right-handed bat. We're bringing in Drew Gilbert. Hell yeah, he's coming in the game. And I'm just hitting that bat. Full count. Drew Gilbert, folks. They're playing that outfield way the hell back. They're guarding the lines, no doubles defense. And Drew Gilbert gets on, and now the go-ahead run is at the plate in Derek Hill. I think we should bunt. If I'm being totally honest, I think we should bunt, and we're going to bunt. He's laying down the bunt. We get the runner over in a scoring position. Boom. 1 down, runner in scoring position, and it is Wilfredo Lara, who is already homered in this game, standing in the batter's box. 3-1 count, and he crushes that towards Triple's alley, but it's going to be tracked down by Lane Thomas, and it's not even enough to tag up the runner. Oh my God. That is crazy. What was that off the bat? Am I able to see the EV? 103.8 off the bat, and it's just caught in right field, 2 down. We are 1 out away, and it is Brooks goddamn Lee in the batter's box. Show me something. He gets BABIP'd. That is absurd. We get a runner on second base with 1 out, and then we have back-to-back just absolute piss missiles off the bat to right field, and they don't find grass, and we lose 4-3, down 2-1 in the series. It is game 4 of the NLDS here in San Francisco. Brandon Walter, the lefty, on the bump for them out of the University of Delaware. We have Christian Scott on the bump for us. Mano a mano. The plan is we win this game. It's game 5, and we've got Michael King on the goddamn bump, and he's just going to shove and walk us to the NLCS. That's the plan. That's what's happening. It's been spoken into existence, folks. As we already tack on a run in the first inning. Boom. Just like that. Brooks Lee walks. Ian Happ, fielder's choice. Single for Ramirez. Happ goes to second base, and it's a flyout. Single from Tucker. Drives in a run. And we have a 1-run lead. Christian Scott. They have a 1-run lead because Christian Scott immediately gets tagged for 2 runs. Strikes at Thomas, single from Velasquez, Elliot Ramos, the MLB The Show legend, 2-run home run. Bryce Eldridge. Jesus Christ. Luckily he gets added from there, but they have a lead. We don't do anything. Patrick Bailey on second base, 1-0 count. Jung-Hoo Lee, 1-1 count. Line drive, diving catch, Derek Hill. He's still got the juice defensively. Keeps it at 2-1. We do anything offensively? Yes, we do. We tie the game. Agustin Ramirez, solo shot, ties it at 2. Let's go. Every time we score runs, it's like 1. We can never have like a big inning. We don't have any boppers or anything to like get us big innings. Nobody's like, I feel like we have some guys with pop. They're just nobody like does anything. So bottom 3 here. Scoreless frame. Fantastic. Top 4. We do nothing. Christian Scott. Scoreless frame. We do nothing. And then I think in the 6th, we might just automatically go to the bullpen. 3rd time through the order. Okay. So, runner on... It's Patrick Bailey on second base. Jung-Hoo Lee at first. Or on the plate. At the dish. 1 out. Just pitch to him. First pitch swinging is Jung-Hoo Lee. And he's... My God. A million miles an hour off the bat. Right at Robert. 2 down. Brings up Lane Thomas. Let's pitch around him with first base open. 2-0 count, lined at the center. Derek Hill's putting it away, and that'll be the end of Christian Scott's performance. He goes 5, gives up 2. Next inning, we'll bring in a bullpen pitcher. So they bring in Noah Murdoch. They have the same idea that we do. Move things on. Top 6 here. Nothing offensively. Christian Scott is coming out of the game. It's this guy who crushes lefties. So we're gonna want to bring in some we're gonna want to bring in a righty, even though Eldridge is coming up. It's got to be Perez. Yuri Perez is coming in the game. Okay, not good. Velasquez already on second base. Nobody out. Go after him. That's gonna bloop in. It's not going to score a run, though. It's runners on the corners. Nobody out. Bryce Eldridge. Oh, my God. Pitch around him. Throw down not in time. I'm just not pitching to this guy. I'm just not. I refuse to do it. We're intentionally walking him, loading the bases. Bases are juice. Can we go to the bullpen? Honestly, I think we're just going to bring in Bender. We're going to bring in Bender because Perez just does not have it. He just doesn't have the juice. We're bringing in Bender. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Get me out of it, you veteran pitcher. Please. Please, please, please. Let me change this to be me just for this at bat. Infield in. Outfield normal. He's not like a pull guy, is he? Hey, he's a pull. We'll go outfield, shift right, infield in. Do we want to do something like that? No, we'll do outfield normal. Outfield normal, infield in, and pitch to contact. Full count. Oh my God. That's a pop fly. Do not test the arm. Do not test the arm of Kyle Tucker. They do not test the arm. Okay, so it's 1 down, and we are still infield in. Oh, now it's double play. We can go weak shift. We'll just go, we'll go back to defensive strategy. He can do that shit, whatever the hell. Double play gets us out of this. We'll pitch to contact. 0-1 to Chapman. It's an out, but they're going to score. They're going to take a 3-2 lead here. Yeah, it looked close, but I'm sure the actual sim, it was not close. So it's a 3-2 Giants lead. Adames comes up. Full count. Ball 4. Bases loaded, right back to it. And it's this fucker at the plate. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, he's the same against both. We're going after him. 1-2 count. We struck him out. Oh my God. Okay, it wasn't the best outcome possible, but I will take that outcome from Anthony Bender. He limits it to 1 run. We live to keep fighting. It's top 7 here. Down by 1. Ian Happ, show me something. What am I supposed to do? Diving play from Willie Adames robs him of a base knock. Anything else in the inning? Oh my God, half inning we score 4. Oh my God. I should just never hit anything else other than half inning when I'm hitting. I mean, Ian Happ gets robbed. Agustin gets hit by a pitch. Mauricio doubles. Ramirez is on third. They bring in the Italian lefty. Kyle Tucker draws a walk. Its bases loaded. Luis Robert Jr. Hits a single, and we got a whole bunch of guys score. And then we got another single from Caba, and then that's all that happened. So it's a 6-3 lead all of a sudden for us. Crazy turn of events. And we're going to the bullpen here. So it's lefty, righty, and then a bunch of guys we don't want facing lefties. So we want to bring in a righty. It's got to be Peguero. It just has to be Peguero at this point. We're bringing in Peguero. And he's already in trouble. Jesus Christ. First and second, nobody out. Diego Velasquez at the dish. 2-2 count. Ground ball right up the middle. Jesus Christ. Do not blow this. Now it's suddenly a 2-run game. 1 out. Oh my God. At third base, we got a runner there? That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my God, that's a huge break. That is a huge break. Now we can pitch to contact for a double play. 0-2. Struck him out. Sure, that works too. Bryce Eldridge pitch around this guy. 3-1. A little pop-up something here now? Oh, he walks him. Okay. So Bryce Eldridge on first base. We're going to take out Peguero because he's starting to get up there in pitches. Honestly, even though I know this guy hits against lefty as well, I'm kind of tempted to bring in Braxton Garrett or Nardi, but then we have righties up next inning, and the only righty we really have available is Josh Eknes. But we do have a day off after today. So if we win this game, Meyer, Warren, they'll have days off. Let's Peguero face this man. Oh, God. Oh, God. 4-pitch walk. Now you get a lefty in. Okay, you've already shown your hand. You've already shown your hand. Andrew Nardi, get the hell in there. Starlin Caba, folks. Starlin Caba, defensive masterclass, saves the inning. 6-4 lead. We move things on top 8. Do we do anything? We tack on 2 more, folks. We tack on 2 more. Brooks Lee did nothing. Ian Happ singled. And then a 2-run home run from Agustin Ramirez. He says, extend me. Extend me, damn it. 8-4. Fish in the lead. Andrew Nardi with a 4-run lead. I think he can. We'll risk it. He gives up a home run. We'll risk it again. Okay, he only gave up 1 run. That's fantastic. It's top 9. We don't do anything else, but it's bottom 9 now. We're taking Nardi out. We're going to bring in Braxton Garrett just to get him some work. And he shuts the door. We're moving on to Game 5, folks. The prophecy has come true. We are back in Miami here at Lone Depot Park, rocking the teal. Michael King, our ace on the bump. Game 5 NLDS. Taking on their ace, though. They've got their best guy going. We've got our best guy going. I still think the edge goes to us on paper. Let's see what happens. Top 1. Game 5 of the NLDS. Winner goes home. Diego Velasquez is on second base. And then he plunks Ramos. Bryce Eldridge up, pitch around him, please. 0-2 count. Struck him out. Ceballos, pitch around him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for King. He's got 3 strikeouts in 1 inning. Let's go. Bottom 1. Nothing going. Scoreless frame. Scoreless frame. Jung-Hoo Lee on second. Full count. Nice. Out number 3. Move things on bottom 5. We tack on a run. Fantastic. We take a lead. The fish strike first. A double from Brooks Lee. Laura goes to third after walking to lead off the inning. And then Ian Happ Little sack fly makes it a 1-0 Miami Marlins or Florida Marlins lead. Scoreless frame for King. We do nothing. Scoreless frame for King. We do nothing. And King this has got to be third time through the order for him. And he's at 73 pitches. We'll risp it. Scoreless frame. Michael King goes 6 scoreless. Maybe we leave him in for the 7th. We'll see. We do nothing. 1-run game. He's at 80 pitches. Bryce Eldridge is up. Pitch around him. Struck him out. Fuck you, Bryce Eldridge. 1 down. Sabalos is up. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Struck him out too. Matt Chapman, what you got for me? Struck him out too. He strikes out the side in the 7th. The 1-0 lead remains. What is his line today? 7 innings, 9 Ks, dude. This guy is just shoving. Bottom 7. Do something, offense. Nothing. Michael King on the bump. Batter by batter. Why not? Pitch around Josh Moylan. He walks him. Okay, we're taking him out. We're taking him out. We're taking him out, and we're bringing in Max Meyer. Top 8. We're up by 1. Let's pitch around him. 2-2. Fly ball left field. Robert ranging back. Makes the play. Fantastic stuff. 1 down. Moylan's at first base. Jung-Hoo Lee's at the dish. Go after him. Little bunt. Take the shore out. Boom. Fantastic stuff. That's 2 down. Runner on second base. Brings up Lane Thomas. Pitch around him with first base open. He struck him out. Max Meyer gets it done. It's a 1-0 lead. Heading into the bottom of the 8th. Do something, offense. They tack on 1 more. Oh my God. They tack on 1 more. What was it? Ronnie Mauricio's solo home run makes it a 2-0 lead. Max Meyer on the bump facing Velasquez, Ramos, Eldridge. A very dangerous trio here. 1-2 count to Velasquez. Struck him out. That's 1 down. Brings up Elliot Ramos. First pitch swinging. Pops it up into the infield. Kaba comes in. He'll make the play. That's 2 down. Down to their final out are the Giants. Down 2. Bryce Eldridge at the dish. 1-2 count. Here it comes. Fly ball left field. Robert comes in. He makes the play, and the Florida Marlins have advanced to the League Championship Series for the 2nd year in a row. Last year was a sweep of the Braves. This year, a hard-fought 5-game series coming back from behind. We called it, folks. We had Christian Scott work that game, get us to Game 5, and I said Michael King is going to shut them down. And what did he do, folks? As it was written, 7 innings, 9 Ks, no runs, only 1 walk, only 2 hits. Max Meyer comes out of the bullpen, goes 2 clean. Just fantastic stuff. Brooks Lee had a 2-hit game. He had 2 doubles. Mauricio had 3 hits. That's all it took, folks. 2-0 win, and the Fish are on to the LCS for a 2nd year in a row. Am I seeing Ronnie Mauricio Series MVP? Is that what I'm seeing on my screen here, folks? It is indeed. Who says he's cooked? He puts up a 2-WAR regular season. He had that fantastic July and August for us, but then September, it looked like he was cooked again, and he says, psych, I'm not cooked. I'm winning an LDS MVP in 2027.